This is going to be a brief overview on how to use track wrestling on a tournament day. As usual, you're going to want to go to the Track Wrestling website and log in, and from there you're going to want to go to the events. If you do not see the event listed, you're going to want to go ahead and search for it. And by doing that, you just hit the functions, search events, and we're going to type it in. Since there's obviously no tournament going on at the moment, I'm going to search a previous tournament. This is actually our home tournament, the 2023 Grinch Grappler. You're going to find the tournament and you're going to enter the event. From here, you'll see this menu. On a tournament day, there might be a couple of more options like mat assignments and things like that. You're going to hear a lot of people talking about brackets when you get to a tournament. Bracket chatter. Are the brackets posted? Things like that. Typically, I say stay away from the brackets if you're a beginner, and instead go to the My Wrestlers. From here, if you just have a son or daughter, you're going to want to go to the Add Wrestlers and search for them. I think there might be a search function, but I'm just going to scroll through and find my little guy. There he is. So we're going to add Easton as My Wrestler. When you do that, it will pull up his weight and age division, TOTS 34-35, you see there. And once the brackets are posted, which oftentimes don't happen until maybe 30 minutes to the wrestling actually beginning, the brackets tab will populate right next to his name here. So you'll see the bracket tab. You can click that and it will bring up his weight bracket, and you just hit view and it will give you the opponents. What's most important here is the bout numbers. You'll see next to the kids you'll have a 6 and a 7, and then that's the first round, and then you'll have a 245 and a 246. Those are the bout numbers that you need to know, because those run numerically in order of the actual day. So, for instance, the bout number 6 and 7, those are the 6th and 7th bouts of the day. So they are very early. So you're going to want to be ready right away if you have an early number. After that, you can obviously see your opponents, and I believe you can click on their names and get their profiles from there oftentimes. Not every wrestler has that, but most do. So that's the basics on that. From there, from the main page also, usually there's a mat assignments tab, and that tab will also be very important. From the mat assignments tab, you will be able to pull up the actual mats and what is happening on them, so you can see which bout number we are at, and you can also pull up a teams page, which you will only be able to see all the Lincoln Way wrestlers and where Lincoln Way wrestlers are wrestling in case you want to watch other team members. An interesting way to navigate this for coaches is by doing the My Wrestlers like we started, but instead of adding just your son or daughter, you're going to go ahead and add the entire team, which is LWWC. Sometimes it's Lincoln Way Wrestling Club. It's just however the director added it. So you're going to go ahead and add that team. What it does is it adds every wrestler that is registered to this specific tournament. What's neat about that is from that mat assignments tab, as I just mentioned, which I can't pull up here because this is a past event, but if you go to the mats and the live mats, it will show all the wrestlers that are wrestling, and it will highlight the Lincoln Way wrestlers in yellow. So you will know specifically where we have wrestlers at. Because if you're a new coach, it's madness at an event. There are tons of kids, tons of people, tons of mats, usually in the neighborhood of 12 to 14 mats, and it'll be very hard wandering around trying to figure out where we have kids, because that's very important that we have coaches at specific mats for our kids. So that's a brief rundown of track wrestling. Hopefully this